Welcome along to the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive.
Great to be here.
Today, we're tackling something pretty exciting, I think, for Springbok fans everywhere. It's about the captain, Siya Kolisi, and his potential path to hitting 100 caps for South Africa.
That legendary milestone.
Exactly. And if you love getting into the real detail of rugby beyond just the scores, make sure you subscribe to Rugby Obsession. We go deep every time.
Yeah, definitely do that. So we're digging into an article from the South African, published just recently, April 28th, 2025. And it basically asks the big question, is Siya going to get those 100 caps this year?
It sounds simple, but there's a lot underneath it, isn't there?
Well, absolutely. It opens up all sorts of stuff. His form, who else is pushing for his spot, the coach's plans, especially with, the next World Cup starting to loom.
Okay, let's start with the basics then. Where does he stand right now?
The article points out he's on 92 caps currently. So just 8 more needed.
8. Okay. I mean, when you say it like that, it feels almost inevitable, doesn't it? Within touching distance.
It does feel close, yeah. But those 8 caps, that's still potentially a full international season or close to it. It's a testament to his durability in class that he's even this close.
Especially for a forward and a captain who's lifted the World Cup twice. Reaching 100 would just be massive.
It's huge. It cements a legacy, doesn't it?
But like you said, it's not a given. The piece mentions Rassie Erasmus inviting, over 80 players to training camps?
Yeah, 80. That just screams depth, doesn't it? It shows the sheer amount of talent bubbling up in South Africa right now.
Intense competition. So who are the names being mentioned as potential challenges in his position?
Well, the article specifically flags some budding talent. Guys like Cameron Hanekom, Jasper Wiese as well. They're players who are definitely knocking on the door hard.
Right, younger guys pushing through. And let's be frank, the article does note size age 33. That's always a factor at this level, unfortunately.
It is. Time waits for no one, even legends. But, and this is crucial, the article is really clear that his performance hasn't dipped.
Yeah.
Not at all.
That's the key thing, isn't it? Age is one thing, form is another.
Exactly. And his form for the Sharks, since he came back from that injury last month, has apparently been outstanding, a dominant figure, the piece calls him.
I remember seeing highlights. Didn't he score a vital couple of tries recently?
He did. That crucial double against Zebro back in March. Sharks won by a point, 35-34. That's clutch. That shows he's still delivering when it matters.
Definitely. And he knows the score himself, doesn't he? There's that quote from him after the Ulster game.
Yes, spot on. He said, a lot of us are fighting to make the national team. He's under no illusions about the pressure. He knows he has to keep performing.
Which is classic Kolisi, really. Leading by example, acknowledging the challenge.
Absolutely.
If you're finding this look at Kolisi's century chase interesting, just a reminder to subscribe to Rugby Obsession. We bring you these deep dives regularly.
So, connecting the dots now,
Okay.
there's this other angle the article raises. The 2027 World Cup in Australia.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's this growing feeling, as the article puts it, that maybe, just maybe, Rassie and the coaching team might start prioritizing game time for younger players. Getting them battle-hardened and ready for that tournament down under.
So a potential strategic reason to maybe not play Kolisi in every single test, even if he's fit and in form.
Potentially. It's that classic balancing act, isn't it? Honoring a legend, using his current brilliant form, versus blooding the next generation for the biggest prize in rugby.
It's a tough call for any coach. You want the experience, the leadership Kolisi brings is immense, but you also need to build for the future.
Precisely. And that ties into the significance of the 100 caps itself. The article frames it as solidifying a legendary career.
Which feels right. After everything he's achieved, captaining the side to 2 World Cups, his broader impact, getting that 100th cap feels like it would be a really fitting part of his story.
A huge part. So the conclusion in the piece is kind of cautious but optimistic, I suppose.
How so?
It says the chances of him eventually reaching 100 caps are high, but whether it happens this year, well, that remains uncertain.
Fascinating to find out, as they say. It really puts the spotlight on every team selection, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. Every match takes on this extra layer of meaning for him and for the fans watching. You've got his undeniable quality, these exciting new players emerging, and that big World Cup cycle ticking away in the background.
It's a fantastic storyline to follow this season.
No doubt.
So wrapping this up, we've seen Siya Kolisi is close, just 8 caps away from that century mark. His form is strong. He's leading well for the Sharks.
But there's huge competition, talented youngsters pushing hard, and that strategic eye on the 2027 World Cup in Australia potentially influencing selection.
It makes the path to 100 this year compelling, but not guaranteed. So, we want to throw it over to you listening. What do you think? Will Siya hit the 100 cap milestone in 2025?
And beyond the prediction, what's your favorite Siya Kolisi moment? We'd love to hear them. That try in the World Cup final, lifting the trophy, something else entirely.
Yeah, share your thoughts and those great memories with us. The article actually asks readers to comment or send messages, and we'd love for you to engage with us too.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? What does that 100th cap truly represent, not just for him, but for the supporters, for South African rugby? Is it vital it happens soon, or is the bigger picture of squad development more important right now?
Great questions to ponder. Let us know what you reckon. And please do subscribe to Rugby Obsession so you don't miss our next deep dive.
It's certainly a situation that captures so much about top-level sport, legacy, competition, planning for the future. It's going to be fascinating to watch unfold.
Thank you for listening to the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
We look forward to you listening to our next episode.